Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Washington, his first carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Jets nothing. Aldrich Rosas set
now
to
after the
off.
touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The New York York offense taking over for their next possession. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running it, Washington. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and 13. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
The pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Here, they are more athletic now, than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hey. Watch the edge. Pick the edge. Come see.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Washington, the ball carrier. Carl Lawson on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? Hey, by 52.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Flip it. Shit! Watch twist. Here we go.
They run with Washington. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The running back running out of the wild.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now here's a carry heading left. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Carried by number 34.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
58, boys, 58.
Winston now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
21-yard attempt.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A gain of 8 yards.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
11 on the play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And the Bills' first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep for, and this will be caught at the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Play fake, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Jam, 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 jam. Easy, 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 easy. Go now. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Woo-hoo!
They go play action. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Brings up second and
now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
36, 36.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm here all day.
On first, here's Washington. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Throws now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Bills 17, Jets 3. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Jameis now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Give me that ball, defense.
Off the play fake, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Washington. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On play action, Winston. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check.
Play action now, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's Mims. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Jets 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Check. Why? Get wide.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. anticipating will we have to make the call. They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
53 is the mic.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First down, Bills.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
53, Mike. All day. Let's go. Here we got Mike. 53. Ready? Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And 14.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Winston to throw it this time. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Denzel Mims. 42 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's second and 9.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Rosas' kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Big hold to the 30. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bills, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens.